Welcome.
Our third speaker today stepped up to fill in at the last minute. Thank you. It's Toastmaster Tim Linger. Today is his 7th speech in just 18 months.
Woo. Nice. Nice.
So with Winter Park Toastmasters, there's no comma there. Shame on me. All right. So just 18 months with Winter Park Toastmasters. Today he's going to give us fun facts, or fibs, about the U.S. Post Office. Fun facts or fibs about the U.S. Post Office. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Tim Linger.
Let's start with some history. The first piece of mail in this country, in this land, was delivered in 1639.
Wow. Just got it yesterday.
Today's speech will be about fact or fiction. You decide. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters, new members, distinguished Toastmasters.
Good morning.
Good
morning. Thank you. Between 1639 and 1691, mail was delivered in any way that could be done. In 1691, there was approximately 3 post offices, and they decided to organize them. And they called it the 3 CPOs. It worked out well. They came up with a theme song. It didn't get patented and it didn't stick at that time. By 1707, the British government saw that there could be a profit made with delivering mail, so they seized it and raked in the revenue. By 1792, the U.S. government had been formed, and there was approximately 75 post offices in America. And you can imagine delivering mail between the colonies was sort of daunting. In 1840, the U.S. Postal Service, with 13,000 delivery locations, had to get organized. They started contracting with steamboats, locomotives, the Pony Express, stagecoaches. In fact, on the East Coast, you had American Express delivering mail with stagecoaches. In 1852, you had Wells Fargo delivering mail on the West Coast. Fast forward to 1943, the United States Post Office decided to get even more organized and became even more innovative and came up with the zip code system. At first it started with 2 digits, which you can imagine with tens of thousands of locations to deliver. Eventually went to 9 digits. At the turn of the century, even up through the 40s, and with mail being delivered all over the world, you can imagine, and with people not necessarily being very good at spelling. In fact, there was some people that failed 8 grades. States like Pennsylvania and Massachusetts, you can imagine the spelling errors. The Postal Service came up with a jingle for the long word of the state called Mississippi. M-I-S-S. It didn't work out so well. People were abbreviating Pennsylvania, P-E-N-N, or Massachusetts, or how about Utah? UTA, I kid you not, Florida, F-L-A. So the Postal Service had to figure out a way to sort of standardize everything. So they came up with a 2-digit idea. And they reached out, in 1943, reached out to try to find a consultant to help them with this daunting task. Roy Shear stood up. He did. Roy said that I have a group of friends that are masters at making this happen. He says, what we'll do is we'll bring it into the meeting. We'll put the territories and the states on the table, and we'll make topics about it. And the topics, if they got too long, we would turn them into speeches. But we will do this. There's approximately 48 states, a couple of territories. So Roy, this could be a true story. So I rolled this in as table topics. He says, let's start with the A's. And there was a back of the room that said, that sounds good. And over here on the right side of the room, there was, let's go Alabama. And someone over here said, AL. And a motion was carried that we will take the first letter and the second letter of every state. We got this, right? It's going to be easy. Someone in the back of the room says, what's after Alabama? And someone said, Alaska. AL, everyone okay with that? Okay, no. This is where we turn it into the speeches. We'll come back to that one. All right, California, CA, good?
Yeah.
Connecticut, CO? California, Colorado. Roy knew he was defeated. He was done. He knew that if he went back to the postmaster and said, I failed, that he would probably not be highly regarded. This was disappointing and depressing. So when he went back, the postmaster said that we probably needed to hire a contractor. Now for support, Roy brought Chris Miles with him. And Chris Miles, as soon as he heard the word contractor, he said, no. A contractor. Somebody that can make it into small words. And the postmaster said to Chris, well, who do you know? He says, I know Bartholomew McGillicuddy. And the postmaster, what? He says, he's the master at contracting words. Okay, so tell me more, the postmaster said. And Chris says, well, for example, his name was Bartholomew. His last name is McGillicuddy. We know him as McBart. He is the master of contracting words. So Chris was able to get his friend on board, but the postmaster was more inquisitive. He says, well, give me some of McBart's work. What is he known for? He says, well, going back to the day, probably his first claim to fame was taking 12 of the clock, 1 of the clock, and putting one of those sky commas up there. Let's make it 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. This is genius, right? This is genius. Okay, well, what else? He says, how about words like will not, cannot, would not, can't, won't? Okay, so how about failures? Well, yes, there was a failure. How about am not? Now, the rednecks of the world love ain't. It did not stick. But this Lord McBart, by the way, Lord McBart, where he got his money, he's super wealthy today, where he got his money was coming up with a phrase and shortening it to one word with no sky comma, none. Today, Anheuser-Busch pays him royalties. This has been around for at least a decade, maybe 2 decades. He has taken what is up and changed it to what's up.